Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is the Outreach Committee mission statement. The key purpose of the Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council outreach is to promote more stakeholder participation in government and make government more responsive to local needs and to build partnerships with our stakeholders. We accomplish this goal by increasing community awareness and encouraging participation. Should I read it all at once? Okay.
Yeah.
We will strive to we will strive to continually increase efficiency, accountability, and transparency in all public sectors, along with a requirement to be more strategic in the prioritization and delivery of programs, services, and other social initiatives. The need to innovate, communicate, and engage the community is absolutely necessary. To develop a comprehensive plan for an overall program designed to ensure that input is received from the community and that information is presented to the voting population in order to convey the opportunities are available for citizens to register to vote, to seek office, to increase our election stakeholder and volunteer database totals, and to raise public awareness about requirements as it relates to elections. Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council will create an atmosphere where every person in our community will seek activism to do their part to help make changes and make a difference. Very good. And that mostly was by Mike Benedito. We went through this before. Are there any changes or improvements you want to see on this other than a couple little typos?
Continually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was continually increase.
Right.
The other typo in that paragraph is after initiatives, you probably want to put a period and then start a new sentence.
Right.
The third paragraph is rather cumbersome to me at the moment, and I haven't formulated how to fix it.
I think we could do
It's
away
too
with one of the
run-on.
paragraphs, I think, and keep it more concise. I like the last paragraph, I thought, and the first two. I thought that maybe the third might be done
Yeah,
away with.
I think it still carries the same message without the third paragraph.
Yeah.
But what I really like is the first paragraph because that is what Dunn says
Yeah.
our mission is.
I really like the first one.
If we really have to shorten it down on any pamphlet or something, I would say keep that first paragraph just
Yep.
as it is.
And then do the last one with we'll create an atmosphere where every person in our community will seek activism to do their part to help make changes and to make a difference. That's kind of a call into action kind of statement there.
Right. Let me ask you, Mike, what did you think about the third paragraph? Why are some of those things in?
Well, not so much the first couple of sentences, but of course to register to vote, to seek office, to increase. I think that's kind of important. Maybe just that part.
Okay,
When you well, this is where it gets cumbersome for me. When you say register to vote, are you specifically talking about register to vote for your neighborhood council, or register to vote in general?
No, for neighborhood council.
Yeah. See, this is where it lost me a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems want to tell you to vote basically in general for elections and all that stuff, which granted is a good thing to do, but I think it so far as the committee itself and outreach for the neighborhood council.
well, that's kind of like goals, I think. It's a specific goal of the mission statement.
Yeah.
So I would say it might be easier without that third
You
paragraph.
want to just strike the whole third?
Yeah, but make that for when we do the goals of the neighborhood council.
Yeah,
one of the
when you
points.
start
Alright.
defining
Yeah.
goals and
I agree.
Okay.
yeah.
So that's what
Yeah.
we'll have on our website. I think that's real nice.
And the goals would fit nicely into an outreach plan.
Okay. Very good. So right now, if that's okay, I'll get Aaron to do this. Also, to revamp some pages on our website right now, because we have the power to do that. One, you mentioned it before,
The fact that on both the Empower LA page for Granada Hills South and the front page of our website, it talks about, you know, the beginnings of the neighborhood council and how it was emanated from the old Granada Hills residents group. And whether, I'm not here to argue whether it was or it wasn't, Jim. All I'm concerned about is our metrics and the fact that that old Granada Hills residents group is a link to their website that shows up. And the moment they click on that link, they're taken away from the Dunn site, and and if they're at the Granada Hills South site, they're taken away. We all know our websites are set up that if you're going to link them to a window, you're linking them to a window frame that stays within your outer frame of your website. So, you know, Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council is still always at the top with the buttons for the committees and the resources and everything else right there. But they can view the linked site within the window of your own frame. But what's happening is that's linked to a brand new wing, and you've lost them. You've lost them from your neighborhood council.
Well, plus I think it takes away from the fact that Granada Hills is all of Granada Hills and not necessarily.
Well, I don't.
Old
That's not.
section of
That's
Granada Hills.
You know, that's. I'm
no,
trying to
no,
refine my
right.
argument to the simple fact that we might be losing potential stakeholders signing up for Granada Hills South, because we know people, when they go to explore our website, the first link they see on that website they'll click on, and that's the only link that appears on the front page is to their site. So, you know, just deactivate it as a link.
Yeah.
They should have their link in the community resources links page
A separate
for all
portion of it.
which there's ones for Kiwanis and everybody else
Right.
is in on that page for the community, and so that was just, you know, the one thing that I felt will help us increase our metrics, because we won't accidentally lose somebody by having a link that takes them away from the Granada Hills South
And
information.
no link on the whole website should take them away from the website. That's just a basic
In
thing.
general, the
Yeah.
website should be set that way. So
Yeah.
even the links, when they are on that page of links page, that those links get open and stay within our window.
Okay.
Because we know we need to keep our audience from
Completely
going
agree.
anywhere else.
Yep.
Okay. And also, I was around at that time, and that's not completely true about open.
Well, you know, if you want to talk about
Yeah.
changing the language amongst yourself, go
Yeah.
ahead. I would,
Yeah.
if I were
Well, see,
a
we're gonna
committee
try and
member, I
keep
would
it-
recuse myself from that discussion because I'm
Yeah.
biased.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of good to just have everything out there and kind of encourage everybody to join too.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else you see, review the website. Let me know, like in 3 days, if there's any major other things you want to change. One thing I'm getting Aaron to do is have the first 4 articles to be local with Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council, because we tend to be drowned out with all the city stuff that comes in. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Make it more
at
of a
least,
local
At least
thing.
our 4 things. I also don't like the fact that we need a stakeholder still up there as our first article. It should be an article that's inviting people either to an event or a review of an old event, something happy, you know, not something, we still need people, you know, and that's been on there for the whole year. So that, I don't think that encourages people.
Especially if they see it every time they go to
Yeah,
the site.
yeah.
If they haven't fixed this yet.
I know. So it's, you know, just having that up there is taking a key
Even if we,
space.
you know, we post something about something we paid for, like the robotics event, they're gonna have it at such and such a date, and you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
to come.
yeah, all
Because
those
that would
supports.
then relate back to
Yeah.
an event that we gave money to.
Yeah, you want all the
Yeah.
stuff that we gave money to show it back.
Exactly.
Even if it's just 2 robots going at it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be kind of
Rock'em sock'em
cool.
robots.
Yeah. But things like that, and then we'll be showing people that, look, here's what we're doing and here's what we're getting back.
And the drill team won some kind of an award, or just,
Well, you know, and
just
I
stuff.
love when the kids, when we voted to give the money for the ukuleles to the junior high school, and then all those 30 junior high school kids came and gave us that short performance. That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
a short clip.
that was a wonderful
Yeah,
event. That could have been
exactly.
promoted big time. Students, we could have gotten a ton of parents in if,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
did a little bit more promotion
Or a
on that
short
one.
clip of Into the Woods, you know, where we paid money out again.
Or a short clip of the people singing at the
Yeah,
tree lighting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead of the same old thing over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
We need to be fresh.
Yeah, and we also
And
have
Mark
to be.
was there. I think he took some stuff.
Yeah, he did. It was mostly towards the little bit more chamber oriented and rotary
Uh-huh.
oriented, but still, it was still good. But we could use some of that. But that's how you have to get the message out too. It's not just like
Absolutely.
we need your help and then nothing. You have to show exactly where our work is done. So that's good. Anything else for the website?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is the issue of the MailChimp. I was unable to get Mr. Dwiggins to come in and speak to us. He must be out of town or something. He hadn't responded to my email, and so I can only assume that he's busy at the moment. But in lieu of being able to get him here, I know he told me that it was not a difficult thing, so I will go ahead and attempt to research it myself in the meantime, so that I can come back to you next month
But
with.
is February
with the facts.
11th good for everybody?
It's good for me.
Well, we're gonna have
Doesn't
to also
matter for
set the
me.
meeting. We can't be changing. It's got to be like
Second
one day, always
Second
this,
Wednesday.
no matter what.
Second Wednesday of every month, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Always. And if we have more work to do, we might throw in another one. But we always want to meet here, and then we'll get better participation. You know, and it's also you don't have to remember and fooling around and this and that. So this is it. This will be the second Wednesday, all outreach meetings. Okay.
And hopefully I'll have the open house signs by the next meeting.
So anyway, the idea about the MailChimp and bringing it up on this agenda item is that we will want to put in a sign-up list for that once it gets going, and a thing on the page to link them
And
to us.
discuss our survey with it and
Right.
all that stuff.
Mhm.
Ideally, I'd kind of like to have a lot of mini surveys on the website that change every other month or something, so it's something new and active, and people actually get to have input before it goes to the neighborhood councils if they can, or at least before it goes to the committee, and certainly before it goes to the big board. So they're actually inputting. It's not just us little directors directing each other, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have their input. So with questions on there, we can, here's what we're proposing. What do you think from this information?
Yeah, we totally missed out on a really hot topic back when, what was it, Sprouts, whatever it was,
Uh-huh.
and the liquor license.
Right.
I think that was something that people could have sunk their teeth into.
There's a lot of topics like
Yeah,
that. And that's what
and that's
the
what we-
cell
that's
tower,
what-
everything else,
that's
and
what
that's
we
what
need to
we're
put
going
out
to
there.
change it
Well,
to.
it's generally not a big issue as a cell tower is.
Well, yeah.
You
I
know?
think the
But,
big-
but it's EO.
I think that DMV opening up down on San Fernando Mission was something that could have been taken
Well,
advantage
again,
of as well.
they are going to be discussing it again at their planning and land use because it's a dual issue item. It's a public safety issue item because there's now no longer parking. It becomes very acute because that DMV is one of 5 that's been designated as a specialty DMV for the new law for the resident
immigration.
aliens to be able to get their driver's licenses. So you have this influx of those people in there, plus you're next to Kennedy High School, so at 8 o'clock and when the hour when school gets out, you add an extra 200 or 300 cars hanging around the neighborhood and in that parking lot there. Like I said, I was lucky. I got a parking spot.
Now,
But they
did
talked
they
about that
do some sort of
issue.
survey before
No, they don't have
got
to.
that permit?
They don't have to. There's no permit.
No permit.
It's by right.
By right,
or DMV.
Yeah, that's why they didn't ask anybody in the neighborhood.
But
It's a
back
state
to your
thing.
little survey, planning and land use, when they know an issue's coming up, should come up with the questions for the survey. So if we can just get them to do that, we'll tell them, maybe the outreach committee will take care of getting it mailed out for them or distributed
Right.
via the email. All you gotta do is tell us the questions you wanna ask
Right.
on your mini survey about this issue.
No, and that's how we'll get people to come. The thing is, everything's been kept kind of, not intentionally, I hope, but kind of secret and closed. We have to, that's what outreach is. Here's what we
Yeah,
got.
again.
Bring your opinions.
So, this is good.
Okay.
One other
Website,
item,
Uh-huh.
we still on
if we-
website?
if we're past the website,
Yep, we are.
in conjunction with that, is that I've been trying, and I know you've tried too, to get a hold of Jet, to make a couple of us administrators, and nobody can get a hold of them.
Administrators for what? The
website?
Facebook.
Okay.
Who was the other admin for that?
Aaron, I think.
Do we have anybody else?
Cindy, were you wanted to get on Facebook administration?
What?
Did you want to do Facebook as an administrator, help with that?
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
Alright.
We're still trying to get a
I think-
hold
I
of
think it
Aaron and
was-
Jen to do that.
It was us two.
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
I would make a motion to
And
bring
just
it
so
to
you
the
know, my
board.
phone is like low on battery, so I might die anytime.
Okay, we're almost done. In fact, do you have any last minute comments or,
No, I'm good.
okay,
I do have something, and most probably it might go under beautification or what have you, but I live on Gothic and Tulsa over here.
I'm sorry.
There's that underpass underneath the freeway, and it's not properly lit, or it used to have a lot more lighting than it does now. I think it's time that maybe we get, I don't know whether it's Caltrans or is it LA City that takes care of those lights over there.
probably Caltrans.
Now,
No, that's the freeway, right?
That's the freeway,
That's a
which is-
shared boundary.
mhm. Now,
Hey, I think I'm gonna hang up and just cut out so that way
All
I
right.
don't die on you.
Okay.
Have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
All right, thank you for your
Take
input,
care.
Cindy.
Bye, Cindy.
now
Ross has a phone number.
Ross,
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy, bye.
bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Ross has a phone number.
To deal with things like that. Trees in front of signs.
I have that Garcetti 311 app, and I've used it several times with like bulky item pickup. I had a listing where there was like a bedroom set sitting on the parkway, and I took a picture of it, and it got hauled away
I
within 2
think
days.
Why would Ross? That would be
Lighting would
Ross.
fall underneath that.
Public safety.
Public
Yeah.
safety.
Now I'm
I
just
was
wondering,
gonna
is it Caltrans or would it be the city?
Ask Ross, because they divide that up
What-
I
differently.
think it's
Just-
a city, but
but it's like I said, I want to get to. It's a shared border
Mhm.
underneath that freeway. The freeway is the dividing line between north and south, so it belongs to us both.
Both.
So it is a public safety issue. I think if the lighting's been changed, then of course you
hasn't
would
been-
know.
It hasn't been
It-
replaced.
It hasn't been.
The lights
replaced.
go out and then they go replace
So
it.
it's an issue, and bring it to Ross at Public and Safety, and bring it to Bill Hopkins up at Granada Hills North Public and Safety. They'll get together, they'll write a letter, or they won't even write a letter. They'll call Mitch Englander and they'll say, Englander, this is a problem, you need to fix it. And coming out of those committees is where they get the best response.
Now, the other thing about that particular thing, I was thinking, there's a vacant piece of land there, directly underneath the freeway that's covered during what kind of weather there is. Maybe we can make it into a park or like a basketball court or something that's covered and it's already built there. All it is a matter of getting the departments to, hey, why don't we make something out of this instead of leaving it as vacant land that's just fenced in?
Great, you have to get all the information on that before we go forward.
I'm just throwing out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can't just say this is a great idea and not do anything about it.
No, I'm just wondering as to what you guys think.
I think it's a good idea,
yeah.
like a little pocket park. if it's-
Right.
Well,
It's better than that left right hand turn at Chatsworth.
Yeah,
and-
Well,
But
again,
ask them
what I was
who
just
owns
going to say, Renee, probably what you need to do is contact Linda Williamson and let her know that maybe she should think about this space as an
Instead of-
opportunity for something like that, rather than the corner, which there seems to be so much opposition to.
Right.
You know, and it is city property, public land, and it's a redundant use area.
I don't know if it's city
So-
property, it might
Or
be county
or
state.
do we want Linda involved in this, or do we?
Well, again, you
Well,
know,
first you have to do your work, like knowing who owns that land, if it's even possible to call them up and say, is it
Yeah,
possible
whether
to
it's
do?
Get a
Common
hold of a
Council.
realtor,
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah, but, well, before you start, spinning wheels on everything else, you have to do some work yourself. It's just
Yeah,
like,
no. What I'm gonna
yeah.
do first is the lighting, because I think
Okay.
that's important in the first
That you
place.
call Ross.
Ross.
Yeah,
And Bill Hopkins. That's easy. That's
let's
easy.
take care of that, and
And
then,
then the
go
other
from
one,
there.
think of pocket parks, not only that one, but anywhere else where they have land like that.
Right
We'll name it after you.
there, you go.
Okay. Any other comments?
Nope, I'm fine.
Still just,
Mike?
what are we gonna do about Jet? We gotta get a hold of him. Nobody has his phone number.
No, first things first. Business cards, okay?
No, I'll try emailing him again and maybe texting him.
Alright,
He is
cause I
very
know
good
you
to it.
tried, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll try it again. I got a hold of
check-
him once before, about 2
check
months
with
ago.
Aaron too. I
Yeah.
think Aaron has access to administrate the Facebook page.
Yeah.
You know, and Aaron would also have the ability to add Cindy as an administrator. You
Yeah.
know, because I'm pretty sure that really Aaron controls the page, and he's the one that made Jet an administrator.
I think so.
Right.
It would make
So-
sense that he
So
does
I would contact
And
Aaron
also tell him I'm
first.
on this committee.
that. Okay.
And Aaron's actually, I'm surprised, he was pretty quick to act when I asked him for the graphics to the sign. Remember, I was having
Oh,
difficulty
yeah,
just
how-
trying to get
Can we
that.
get a report on that
How's
progress?
that going?
What's this? I finally got, I spoke to Brad, and Brad needs to fill out the billing information to get it done. But the artwork couldn't be started on until somebody signed for it, so.
Okay.
So supposedly he's doing that tonight, and hopefully I'll get something together before the next meeting.
Great.
Okay. Nothing, and I have, one thing I want to
Do we
say.
need a vote to make this our mission?
No, no, we already voted before and
Okay,
we
alright.
have our vote. We discussed it
No, I
before, I
meant
just want to put it up.
To the general board, do we have to bring it?
Well,
It's
they-
your committee's.
It's our committee, so
All right.
As far as the website is concerned, that's all I'm looking at right now. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Since the board hasn't really done anything like 5 or 6 years, I say we just do it since we're authorized to. And if
Alright.
they don't like it, they can vote it down. Okay? Oh, the only one other thing I wanna say is we will be getting, there's a meeting tomorrow on, North Hills West. And one of the last agenda items on there is them coming to join Granada Hills South, that part that's sectioning off. It's a big section, it's about 2,000 households, I think. So we have to prepare for that. I'll contact their outreach person, but
do we
have
get
to
any more
prepare for
money
that.
since we're
No,
having
we
to
don't.
outreach to more?
no, we don't. And that's part of the problem. People just say, oh yeah, we'll just take them on, but they don't realize that it's hard for outreach and we're already
So
stressed.
do we
with
need
this.
to attend, or
I'm gonna
what are
attend.
you saying?
I'm gonna attend and I'll also contact their outreach person, because it would help if we get their outreach names in that area from the beginning, instead of having to re-outreach again. And part of their thing to join us is like, they have to help us, it can't be that. Go ahead, Bill.
I can tell you, I've met the people that are leading the charge to
Mhm.
get separated from North Hills West and get annexed to us. What you don't realize is North Hills West, when they had the sexual harassment issue go on last year, the person that was in charge of the website and the email database absconded with all the information, leaving the what fragment was left of that neighborhood council with no database, email stakeholder database. And it also was during that time that this group of people had been starting the movement to separate from North Hills West and be annexed to Granada Hills South as appropriate. And and North Hills West stalled and stalled and stalled and stalled and stalled and stalled and stalled some more. The two gentlemen that are leading the charge are also fellow realtors. I know for a fact that they are anxious to get annexed to us so they can participate, because these were gentlemen that were on the board before. Part of the problem is that some of the current board members actually live in the area that's going to be annexed. So it creates an interesting caveat in the status of that board member being
in a different area.
in a different area if they were representative as a resident board member and not an at-large board member. So, you know, the issues that have gone on with that are good, but I think the annexing of that section to our neighborhood council will actually increase our stakeholder involvement, because of those people were already pretty tight and pretty active together. So, you know, I welcome their presence. They will also mean that my brother and sister-in-law would now be included in our neighborhood council.
Well, there you have
Oh,
it.
no. We'll make a little gerrymander.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Yeah. No, but they do have some names, because to do the petition, they do have names, emails, and
That's
that
right.
with that. So,
The people
and I
with
think
the petition
it's
have
like
the
250 or
No,
500.
it's 500.
It's 500, and all those are online. Okay, I have the petition from that. So we do have a start, and if it's 2,200 households, that's actually a better representation than we have of our area. So it is a good start. We just don't want to have them miss some information in the transition. And we want, of course, we want them to be happy that they're going to be coming into Granada Hills. It's good for them, you know. But good for real estate prices, good for them, and hopefully we can get them to participate, or else we kick them back out. Okay.
Oh, the other thing about that open house sign, I plan on putting on their Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council event, and then it just shows. That way, it's multi-purpose. We don't
Good.
use it just for the meeting. Well, it's any event that we hold.
An event or a meeting is very good, Renee.
Yeah, so-
We can have a
Makes
little
more
place
sense.
where you could put a sign under it for, like, it'll say outreach, or it'll say anything else.
Well,
Or the
we could get name
chalkboard.
writers made up to go on top of the sign
Maybe chalk,
if you want.
if
Yeah.
you want chalk, maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
I could even donate the chalk name writers for free.
No, I mean
Let's
those
see.
chalk, you know how you do on open house
Yes,
things
sometimes.
where you
Okay.
chalk it in.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Because that'd be good. Those last a
I'll
while.
see-
And
I'll
we'll fill
see.
in all our names, realtors.
We'll
our
see
phone
what,
numbers.
how much the budget will afford us, because we
Yeah.
only got $300 out of it.
That's still pretty good. All right, I think we thank you very much
It was
for
a step in
coming.
the right direction.
We came through a lot of stuff that we have to do now for the rest of the year, and we have a pretty good plan for.
I plan on talking to the faith-based member anyway. The faith-based stuff will usually have events during May for the festivals and stuff.
Okay.
That maybe we can participate by having a booth or something in their event.
No,
Like,
that's cool.
like here at De La Salle,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
it May 19th usually.
Oh yeah, De La Salle, St. Nicholas Church had
Any
a big
church,
one.
any
Everybody is
church
good.
that has an event,
Right.
we should be present at.
Or temple.
Yeah, that's
Or
Any,
mosque.
any
Faith-
religious facility within our jurisdiction that has an event, we should be there.
Right.
have
Okay.
representation.
Any
Alright.
faith-based organization.
If that's not it, do I hear a motion to adjourn? Do you have anything else to say, Mike?
Just a point of information. What are you going to do there tomorrow?
Tomorrow where?
At the
For the meeting.
Just basically listen and then say we're, if you're going with us, we just want to
Okay.
work together with outreach and also work together with North Hills West better.